I didn't forgive my husband for a mistake and didn't trust him with our child. 3 months ago, my husband Jake made what he called a simple mistake that nearly gave me a heart attack. Our 2-year-old daughter Lily was playing in our backyard while Jake was supposed to be watching her. I was inside making dinner and could hear them laughing through the kitchen window. Then Jake's phone rang. It was his boss calling about some work emergency. Instead of letting it go to voicemail, Jake answered and got completely absorbed in the conversation. He walked inside to grab his laptop, still talking, completely forgetting about Lily. 20 minutes later, I went to call them in for dinner and found the back gate wide open. Lily was nowhere to be seen. I started screaming her name and running through the neighborhood in complete panic. Jake finally realized what happened and came running outside. We found her 3 blocks away at the playground, happily going down the slide by herself. She could have been hit by a car, taken by anyone, or hurt herself climbing on equipment meant for bigger kids. When I saw her safe, I cried harder than when she was born. Jake kept apologizing and saying it was just a mistake, that his boss was threatening to fire people, and he panicked. He said Lily was fine, so I should just let it go. But I couldn't stop thinking about all the terrible things that could have happened in those 20 minutes. From that day on, I never left Lily alone with Jake. When he offered to watch her so I could run errands, I said no. When he wanted to take her to the park by himself, I went along. When he got frustrated and asked why I didn't trust him anymore, I reminded him that our daughter wandered 3 blocks away on his watch. My sister said I was being too harsh, that everyone makes mistakes, and Jake felt terrible about it. My mom said I needed to forgive him for the sake of our marriage. But every time I thought about relaxing my guard, I pictured Lily walking down that busy street alone. Jake started getting resentful. He said I was treating him like a bad father when he'd just made one error in judgment. He complained that I never gave him a chance to prove himself anymore. He said I was being controlling and that Lily needed to bond with her dad without me hovering. Last weekend, I had food poisoning and was throwing up every hour. Jake insisted he could handle watching Lily for the afternoon while I slept. I was too weak to argue, but I set up cameras on my phone so I could check on them from bed. For 3 hours, Jake was amazing. He played with Lily, fed her lunch, read her stories, and even got her down for her nap without any problems. I watched him carry her upstairs so gently and tuck her in with her favorite stuffed animal. When I woke up that evening, Jake was sitting on our bed holding a resignation letter from his job. He said he'd been thinking about that day for months and realized his work had become more important to him than his family. He'd already talked to his boss about stepping down to a position with fewer emergencies and better boundaries. He looked at me with tears in his eyes and said he didn't blame me for not trusting him, because he hadn't trusted himself either. He said he was going to earn back my faith in him, even if it took years. That night, for the first time in 3 months, I let Jake put Lily to bed by himself. I sat downstairs listening to him sing her favorite lullaby and realized that maybe some mistakes, when they're faced honestly, can actually make people better. I'm still not ready to leave them alone for hours, but yesterday I let Jake take Lily to the corner store by himself. She came back chattering about how Daddy held her hand the whole way and looked both ways at every street. Small steps, but we're getting there.